They talking that shit, that's a double dose. Underlay, vámonos. They lucky I did not pull up with a check it, but they wanna hear it, so here I go. Let me talk my shit, yeah. Let me talk my shit. They talking that shit, that's a double dose. Underlay, vámonos. They lucky I did not pull up with a check it, but they wanna hear it, so here I go. Let me talk my shit, yeah.
What's up? It's your boy Chucky.
And it's your girl Double Dose.
I'm in Jacksonville this week.
I got him to myself, y'all. Y'all bitches can't have him.
So we got a special guest on tonight. His name is Buddy Wilson.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Yeah, we're doing great. So tonight's episode is about scamming and scheming. Tonight episode we are going to be talking about what's her name?
Janae,
the credit god.
He forever calling this woman Janice.
She looks like a Janet.
I promise you, I had no idea who he was talking about. I was like, who is Janice? He's talking about Janice. She the credit goddess, and I was like, I had to look. I was like, wait a minute, are you sure her name ain't Janae? He's talking about. I think her name is Janae. And I was like, I think that's who it is, honey.
Yeah. So we got Buddy Wilson on tonight. I don't know. I don't really talk about my credit and things like that out there in public, but tonight we are.
I don't have any. Say that right now.
So about a year and a half ago, I was planning on buying a house, and I reached out to the credit god, allegedly credit god, to get some help to fix my credit score, to see what I can do to bring my credit score up and everything else like that. I ended up losing $500. My credit score went nowhere. Didn't apply for anything those times, followed their rules and everything else like that, and pretty much just lost my $500.
Yeah.
Mr. Buddy Wilson, you lost a lot more, didn't you?
Yeah, I lost a lot of money, man. And I didn't see much back for it.
How exactly did you find her?
I found her through a buddy of mine, close friend. He's a promoter here in Jacksonville. He went to a seminar, saw her there. He said, people were running up to her to get autographs and signatures and stuff like that. And, we saw a bunch of her posts about them making money from Alex and Janae, And the next thing, after he and I talked, did some research, saw her on the news, River City Live,
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of places, So we started to contact them through the office number.
I just shared this in the in the Ponzi scheme group that you created. If you can go ahead and approve it so it can.
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Of course.
Well, honestly, when I lost my $500, I honestly was thinking, okay, maybe there's something wrong. Maybe my credit's too fucked up. You can't do nothing to fix this shit. That's what I was up until Buddy Wilson. Up until Buddy Wilson came out, and then next thing I know, I started seeing it was a lot more people that fell for these same exact things that she was selling.
Absolutely.
When I first did it, they tried to get me to get a CPN, which is a fictitious social security number. And with that fake social security number, like you can use it to buy cars. This is how they sold it to me. You can use it to buy cars. You can use it to get phones in your name and everything else like that. Me not knowing anything, I went and Googled it and I looked it up and I was like, oh, you can get 30 years in prison for this shit.
Yeah, man.
You get 30
really
years in prison for this shit. But and then after I realized, I was like, hold up, you supposed to be like really professional and everything else like that. You're selling things that can get me locked up. I didn't really see any correlation with that. I was like, hold up, what, really? Yeah, I only lost $500, but that $500 at that time,
it's a lot.
Meant a whole fucking lot. I had to split that shit up in 2 payments.
Yeah, no, $500 is a lot of money, even though, even still, and it's regardless about the principal, because,
Yeah.
did the same thing in a lot of other situations. Like, it was one of her and Tori's tactics to incriminate the person that they were getting to do the business with them, so that they would not have any fallback to get their money on, because then, they would have them, also incriminated. So they couldn't really pursue things without, going civil and fighting that way to prove that they were innocent, to then get her arrested. So which is why I created the group, to get an investigation started, to clear the way for all the victims, because anybody can lie and tell as many stories and documents as they want, but when they follow that money, there's no lying. The money does not lie.
No, it don't.
I just between that and how much money people are getting back during tax seasons and everything else like that.
Yeah.
To me, just like when I look at it now, because when I tried to do it, it was like between July 2021. And when I tried to get her to help me fix my credit so I can buy a house and everything else like that, because I do have kids, and I was like, okay, yeah, let me try to see where I can scramble this little bit of money from.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I had to split it up into 2 payments. How I had to pay her, like literally, because it was either light bill or me pay you to fix my credit. And that time, that $500 meant a lot.
Yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt. And I was kind of in the same situation. I had some money and stuff like that. And I was waiting on going back to work because my surgeries were still healing up. And I gave her that large chunk of money, and I thought I was gonna have passive income starting in maybe 2-3 months at max. I'd start getting payments from them regularly every 10th of each month for 12 months. Contract started, my first month going live was May. Come June, I didn't hear anything from them for 3 days after the due date. And then I reached out to them, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, but, I'm going to try to get working on this, which that turned into 3 weeks almost every time after the due date. They were never on time, never consistently lied about when they were going to give me money. Man, I think they even went as far as changing a number on one of the contracts I signed so that they could buy more time and, make me feel like I did something wrong, because it's consistent in majority of the cases I've seen that they come at, especially in business credit, man. They go at the person and like, we set this up for you. We asked you to do it. You have to do your work. You have to do your side. They'll go at them, and make them feel like they did something wrong. So it's been a consistent pattern for her, It's ridiculous, man.
So what exactly was it that you were buying into? Because a lot of people don't know.
I was buying into Airbnb, turnkey properties. I was basically a silent investor. I was going to give her and Tori the money to facilitate and operate the Airbnbs, and I would get my monthly reports and I would get my monthly profit. The minimum was supposed to be $1,000 per unit per month, and the max, they were saying was around $4,000 per unit per month, which I thought was great. They had some clause in there that were like, 15% or mandatory. We'll have to deposit like 15 or 18 and mandatory. I forgot what it's called, but invest in them basically. But whenever I spoke to them, they said that no, that's only, we only want 50% if it's at $4,000 or above that, which we will never do to you, so forth and so on. And I was like, okay, I understand.
So
but she definitely got.
We do have a question. Someone asked, did we do any research or anything like that before we went to her? For me, I did do research. For me, before I went to her, I did redo research, and I also went to friends that went to her before. But the thing is that one of my friends, allegedly one of my friends, she helped them. She worked with the dealership over off of Cassett Avenue, and she helped her get a dually truck. And I was like, okay, cool beans. Like, I know your credit shit. Like, she can help me. She can help me too. Like, shit, I need a dually truck. Shit, I I need something. I need something. And at that time, like shit, I had a beat up Dodge Journey that needed an engine.
So I just want to explain something really quickly because I do have a background in anti-money laundering and fraud and whatnot. So I do want to explain that when it comes to like, even if you do the basic research and you talk to people or whatnot, if somebody has the intent to scheme, scam, or be fraudulent in general, it's not going to, no matter how much research you do, I just don't want nobody to feel like I didn't do enough of research, or I didn't do my part to prevent whatever this is. Because again, I've been in it almost 7 years and going into almost 8 years of experience in this. It doesn't matter how much research you do. It doesn't matter. I just want everybody to know that anybody can be scammed. So that's all. I just didn't want nobody to feel like.
I wasn't saying it like that. Okay. I was saying it that she had people out there where I was going to lead back to that, and I was going to get you to introduce yourself on anti-money laundering and everything else like that. But with me, what I was trying to say is that she had people that repped her and everything else like that. And at this time, that person was my friend. So they repped her and everything else like that. And it was like, oh, she can help you get your credit right. She can help you do this and everything else like that. I didn't know the bitch was selling CPNs. I didn't know that. I didn't know that until after I paid my $500 and I waited 9 months. I waited 9 months because I was trying to buy a house and I wasn't doing shit with my credit. And I waited 9 months. I waited literally 9 months in order to see that nothing happened with my credit. It didn't move. If anything, it dropped a couple of points. But I reached out to the Social Security Administration, and that was when I found out more. When I reached out to the Social Security Administration. And then I found out that they told me to file a complaint through the Better Business Bureau and everything else like that. And I saw the list of the complaints that she had over off Dunn's Avenue at her establishment. That's when the shit hit the fan. And I was like, well, fuck, I just lost $500. I could have used that to buy me some shoes, buy me some new tires. Cause shit, at that time, I was driving a Dodge Journey that needed an engine. And like literally. It needed an engine, and all my tires was bald as fuck. Like, for real.
Talking about riding until the wheels fall off, baby.
Yes. I was like, literally, it was raining. I was sliding. I had to stop way back before I got to somebody. Like, it took me a while. It took me to get to the Better Business Bureau and all to find out all those other things, to see all the complaints and everything that she had. And to see that her credit repair, I'm just only speaking on the credit repair part. The credit repair part of her business was not legit. The letters that they were sending out to the credit bureaus and everything else like that they said they were sending out allegedly, they were never being sent. They were never being sent. So the thing is, this is the reason why my credit didn't move. And then the thing is, I called back and like, hey, I really want to buy a house. I really want to buy a house. And it never worked out. And yes, we're talking about, what's her name? Janae White?
Janae White.
Yes, we're talking about Janae White.
So I want to address this one. Wait, because I can't see. It says, some records are.
Get your glasses.
Put it down.
Get your glasses.
Put it down.
You ain't cute without your glasses. You can't see.
I am.
Helen.
Well, some records are public, though she was under a lot of evictions before she even started, which is crazy because she real sold herself. No, and you're right, and you're absolutely right. I'm pretty sure there was. Again, I don't know anything about this woman. I don't. I remember Chucky telling me about her when he first was like, look up the credit card or whatever she is, and I looked into it. But if what y'all don't know about Double Dose, if I can do everything I can for less than $50, then that's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm a cheapskate at heart. I'm cheap as hell. My daddy said like this: I squeeze a coupon till it shit sideways. So I'm just telling you, it wasn't for me because I was like, she charging too much for some credit. Hell, that's okay. I see it.
That's a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm cheap as. I need my glasses. My head's starting to hurt, y'all.
It is a lot of money. And then the thing is that you're giving your money to somebody that you think that has your best interests at heart because you heard a whole story. You heard a whole story on Channel 4 about how she was homeless and now she's not and everything else like that. Come to find out, bitch, you was never homeless.
Oh, damn.
Never homeless. You was never homeless. Come to find out, everything now hits the fan. Everything now hits the fan because of Buddy right here. Buddy made a whole entire group. And then with that group, I ended up learning so much that so many people went down the same track that I did. They went down the same exact track that I did. You thinking that somebody's finna help you and somebody's finna bring you, somebody's finna be able to bring you to the point where you're no longer paycheck to paycheck.
That's right, man. And you know, we were all counting on it to services to be rendered quickly and professionally and handled well, and we were going to figure out how to network. We were going to get all these better places and options, and you know, try to start a new future for all of us and all of our families.
I do have a couple of questions, buddy. My main question is so far as with the turnkey Airbnb.
Yeah.
With you investing in that, I understand that she gave you a contract and everything like that. But like with you investing into a turnkey place and it's not in your name, the place is the establishment's not in your name. What made you trust that?
Well, personally, from seeing, you know, all of the things that whenever I looked up and I didn't see any bad reviews, you know, and then trusting my friend who's been doing this in the city for years, and all of his trusted people, you know, and then seeing the outcome, seeing how their pages were set up, actually talking to her, sitting down with Alex and stuff, you know, communicating with them, mainly just, you know, all of the things that I thought were going to be leading to good stuff. It's about to be summertime. Airbnbs are doing well. She says she has 50 of them. She's giving money back to the community, it looks like. She's going to churches and, you know, she's making speeches all over town, you know, and she's part of Mercedes endorsement. She's got Jaguar endorsement. I mean, it is just everything.
Yeah, Mercedes endorsement for me, that was for me, but go ahead.
What I was going to explain was the reason why she was able to do all of that, because what she is doing is what's called the basis of money laundering is washing the money. So she's taking the money that she's obtaining from the illegal CPNs and putting it and investing it into other things, such as the community, with the Jaguars, Mercedes, and all this other stuff, probably getting deals and stuff like that, and washing that money and putting it back out into the good parts of the community or whatever. So that way you can't trace the money of exactly where she got it from. So I just want to provide a little education for people who are not familiar with this type of, you know, whatever.
With my ex-friend, because they ain't my friend no more, because I'm just saying. With my ex-friend, she owned a business and everything else like that. And that was the main reason why I was like, okay, yeah, she helped you get all this. Like, I can go ahead and do that too. And I was getting ready to invest $20,000 into my friend's business. Out of my 401k, I was going to invest $20,000 into my friend's business.
I remember that. And
then the thing is that when I was getting ready to invest in her business, she gave me a business plan and everything else like that. But what I was told to do by my person that I trust was sit and watch how much business goes in and everything else like that. So that's what I did. I sit and watched how much business was going in and everything else like that. And I realized she wasn't having no business. So how you able to do all this stuff? And then the thing is, I thought about it. I was like, well, I ended up talking to Double Dose. Double Dose ended up explaining to me that money washing and everything else like that, it may just be a business where they just put money into, so they can just wash dirty money and make it clean.
Like a shell company.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they have is shell companies.
Mm-hmm. So part of my job in my past life, what I used to do was investigate different shell companies that there's a lot of companies in this world. I can't go into no detail, but there are a lot of companies that have shell companies that front the business, that basically they put out in the front and collect the money through them, which when Chucky brought it to me, I explained it to him. I was like, this don't sound, I said, you know, again, it's your friend, do what you're going to do. but this don't sound right to me. But Chucky also knows how distrusting I am of everything and everybody. So he listens to me, but with a grain of salt. I'm just glad he listened to me with this.
Yes, because I was literally getting ready to invest $20,000 into this business, thinking it was an actual business. But what the thing is that with her help, end up doing more and more checking. What's her name? Janae. I'm sorry, I'm drinking wine. I'm already this far in.
Oh,
Janae had more hands on in her business than I knew she had. And then the thing is, my friend had a silent partner. That silent partner, I looked up that silent partner and I ended up looking and I was like, oh, this silent partner got drug deals.
yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Absolutely, man.
Somebody had a comment.
It's a Ponzi scheme. You just keep getting money from one person, and then you
From
pay
new investors,
with new investors' money. Yep, you can definitely make more money by trying to flip it, but most of the time, what happens is they just run by getting new investors. That's true.
They end up getting new investors, but the thing is, the new investors they're not getting anybody with real money. They're getting people that's literally struggling. They're getting people that's literally like living out here paycheck to fucking paycheck. That shit ain't right.
They're working hard.
Okay, somebody said add me in. Send me an inbox. My name is Chucky J. Waldo on Facebook. Send me a message right now and I'll add you in. But no. That was my first time. Honestly, I thought only old people got schemed. This is my thing. I thought it was a senior citizens thing. Nope. I was like, okay, when I get dementia, I'm fully prepared to give away all my money. Like,
yeah.
It is very bad, especially what I noticed over the time here in Florida. What we have the worst of is obviously elder abuse, because it's a retirement state, and what we also have from what I know is elder abuse and romance scams.
Oh wow, yeah.
And for romance scams. So
all right, I'm finna send you the link now.
And Florida is the retirement state, so you got
Absolutely. So we do have, and there is a lot of elder abuse and a lot of scams. There's actually a lot of scams. When I say there's a lot of scams going on right now that is just affecting everything from the local government, state government, and all the way to the federal government.
Oh shit! What's your Wi-Fi?
Huh?
What's your Wi-Fi?
What, my Wi-Fi password?
Yeah.
Hold on.
No, you can change it.
But
which
I don't.
one, Drew?
Me.
Sorry, I'm walking around right now, guys.
Oh, it's fine. I'm trying to find out what the hell the damn Wi-Fi password is.
Okay.
Go all the way to the bottom.
I'll sit down and be still in a second.
That one. Hold on, I gotta find the picture. Okay, I'm saying it. Oh yay! I didn't know I could do that.
Yes, you can do that. Jesus Lord, senior citizens with devices.
But when I tell you, when I told you earlier, I said I'm not the one that handles all the techie stuff. It's him, because I don't know what I'm doing at the time. I'm surprised that the shit didn't catch on fire when I was trying to add you. I'm so surprised.
My thing is that with this entire thing, that everything that played out, I just can't believe that it took so long for people to find out. Why did it take so long for all of us to end up working together? Why did it take you? No offense to you, buddy, but why did it take you to link everybody together?
Get that wine kicking in.
It is the wine kicking in. Leave me alone.
That's all right. All right.
Buddy, what you drinking? I meant to ask you that earlier.
Grand Marnier or Mark. I can't even pronounce it.
Oh, we fancy, huh?
Grand Marinade. Go ahead.
Grand Marinade. Thank you.
Grand Marinade. I got
All right. Miss Denise, I just sent you the link. You can make your name whatever you want it to be. I just told everybody your name, Denise. So you can keep with that if you want to.
Hey, sissy.
But the thing is that for me, I just can't believe that somebody that, and granted, she wasn't even homeless, so that ain't even a thing. That was my main thing when I joined your group. That was my main thing when I joined your group. I was like, she literally took from the homeless and she literally took for the homeless and the people that need in order to make herself richer. But the thing is that, buddy, you helped me, you showed me in this entire group that you created that it's just not just us that she took from.
No, not at all.
She literally sucked from everybody, like literally.
It's really bad. She took from people with, cancer and stuff, as you guys saw, people that are paralyzed, paraplegic,
Hello,
Hi.
Oh,
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how you doing?
So I just want a second. I'm going to tell you why it took us a while, because I originally started my investment in May because my husband was diagnosed with metastatic cancer. And so we thought about it for about 4 to 6 months, kind of watched the different programs, talked to a few different people. And this was our way to supplement his loss of income so he wouldn't have to fight for his life and worry about helping contribute to his family as well. So we did this in hopes that we were promised anywhere between 1,000 to 2,000, 2,500-ish a month. And after the first profit and loss statement, which was, what does it say? You're supposed to get it by the 5th of every month, buddy? And payment by the 10th?
The 10th, yeah. The
10th.
Yeah,
yeah, by the 10th. It was never on time. I always had to chase them to do it. I never personally talked to Janae myself. I dealt with Alex Feliciano, and
it seems like a lot of people dealt with Alex. I dealt with Alex when I was doing my credit repair.
Yeah, so we initially our initial investment was $10,000, $7,000 for the turnkey Airbnb, and the other $3,000 was for the personal and business credit repair / establishment. And so my thought process was that they were going to do the legwork. Well, what happened was they send you emails and tell you all the things you need to do. Well, what the hell am I paying you for if I have to do all the steps? Then you would call, it would be excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. And they would just never have answers. They have a really good talk game, I'll tell you that. But once you catch on to them and call them out on the carpet, then they completely avoid you.
100%.
Oh, wow.
100%. Like, I completely agree, because that's the same exact thing that I went through. But I went through credit repair. I didn't do the turnkey Airbnb. My only thing is with the turnkey Airbnb, and the reason why I have so many questions about that, and the reason why you decided to bark in that, is because if it's not in your name and everything else like that, how do you control how much you get? How do you know how much you're getting?
Well, the contract is actually in your business name or your name. So when they draw up the contract, it is like, for example, my particular unit is Right Solutions Group. So it actually is in your name and the unit is assigned to you. Now, Thursday after the story aired, I was like, this motherfucker, that's why I did not return my calls. So I actually text messaged them the story. So now I know why you're not answering me, and tagged to the story. So before Thursday night, I never knew Buddy, I never knew Kia, I never knew Jennifer, or the 5 other females that sent me the same contract for the same unit that I have, all within a 25-day time span. So just picture this. We all own Fusion 2144. We're all paying $560.17 for furniture at the same place.
So that includes the furniture, the cleaning, every time somebody rents it, all those.
And the cleaning would change every month between $300 and $500 to clean a 2-bedroom, 2-bath unit. Supposedly.
But the thing is that I'm just only saying this as a person that is looking to a person that is going to purchase Airbnbs, it doesn't cost that much to clean.
Right. And it also doesn't cost $560 times 4 or 5 people to pay furniture in the unit either.
Oh,
No.
wow.
Did you
So-
did you all reach out to like Aaron's renter center
Yeah,
or anything like that
contacted-
if they're
I
renting,
contacted
if they're
Airbnb.
renting things?
Yeah. I apologize. I contacted Airbnb and the complexes. They don't offer subleasing. Airbnb
don't.
said they couldn't do much about it.
Yeah, because
So-
the thing is that all these complexes that she has decided to get Airbnbs in or to rent them out. The thing is that I looked them up since I joined Buddy's group, and the thing is me, I'm a digger. I dig. When I say I dig deep, all the way down to the ones in Texas and everything else like that. None of those apartments cost more than $1,500 a month.
Right. And specifically the monthly rent for my unit was $2,099 a month. The other thing is that after the first month, and I got, a little bit of an uneasy feeling, like, your gut tells you something's not right, but you quite can't put your finger on it. Went to the establishment for my unit, and they would not let me see it. They acted like I was trespassing on property. And I showed them the contract that I, am an investor in this unit, and never would see it. So that was a big red flag as well.
The thing is that when you try to do an Airbnb from an apartment or a hotel or anything of those sorts, is that the thing is that whatever contract you have is just between I only looked this up. I do apologize. It's just contract between you and that person.
Right.
It's only a contract between you and that person. And the thing is a lot of units, especially in Texas and Florida, cannot be subleased.
Correct. I think when all of this comes out, it's going to be much bigger than everybody thinks. I think there's a lot more than Janae and Tori and Alex. It's going to be huge.
When we get off of here, I'm going to inbox you both. I'm going to inbox both of you. I looked up the other people that are tied in business and everything else like that with her. And if you want to include other people with that as well, other people that are tied in business with her and other people that she so far says, how do you say it? So call it work with, allegedly work with. I looked up all those people as well. And the thing is that majority of these units that she said that she was renting and everything else like that, a lot of these things were show properties. How do you put it?
Her pictures were definitely show properties. You could do self tours at most of those properties. You could. I mean, they could have just bullshitted you if you came out there and asked them. They could have just walked you. Said, hey, this is your unit,
And Buddy and I have reached out, or other people have reached out, as you can tell in that Facebook group. And they said initially when it first started, they would have meetings at the complex, and they would actually let them tour the unit, which seemed to be pretty, decent upscale type, stage. But even the 5 other females that have the same unit as me, literally the P&L statements were copy and pasted. There was no difference at all. Like it literally was like a copy and paste type thing.
Yes. And that's how a lot of these were. And the thing is that what I'm wondering is that I know a lot of you all are doing this locally in Jacksonville. The thing is that since it crossed over state lines with Texas and other places like that, can you include or can you message the FBI or anything like that? Or have you already done that?
I already did. I hit up every state authority. I've sent the FBI and SEC a few letters, and I've emailed the IRS at least 30 times. You know what I'm saying?
When I emailed the IRS and I emailed the complaint line with the IRS and I did all those things with IRS, because I'm just only talking about my $500. Granted, y'all spent a lot more than $500. For me, $500 is like a ooh. that is a lot
Bro,
for me.
that's-
I literally
like
I have 10
$25
children.
now.
I literally have 10 children. $500 is a lot for me.
Hell yeah.
But, my thing is that
I couldn't imagine giving $10,000.
I couldn't imagine doing that. Like I went through cancer
and
before.
then you had a sick husband too.
Yeah, I went through cancer. I went through cancer. I went through stage 3 gastrointestinal tumors. I went through stage 3 of that, everything else like that. I could not imagine doing any of this because the thing is that literally my medical bills at Mayo were through the roof. So I really couldn't imagine it.
The hardest part was going home Thursday after work and finding this out after talking to Buddy and Kia and Jennifer and having to tell my husband that all of his fears were true.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we contemplated it for 4 to 6 months. We didn't just walk in there and you know, let them smooth talk us, but that's exactly what happened when we got there. They have a good talk game. Their talk game is on point. They show you everything. They give you the evidence that you're looking for. And now I believe it was all just fabricated.
That is literally the same thing I encountered with the credit repair. And then, granted, my credit repair was completely different than what you all invested into. But that was the same thing with me with credit repair because I literally thought like, okay, you finna walk me into a home. I'm finna be able to buy a house. I'm going to be able to buy a house in 5 months. I'm going to be able to do all these things. But the thing is that the truth of the matter is that I wasn't shit. My credit, no lie at all. When she started working on my shit, I had a 445 credit score. I started out with a 550 and I was trying to get to a 650. I don't know how the fuck I went down and I ain't buy shit.
Yeah, you're not the only one. Even like for instance, I have had 0 repaired on mine. 0 because so I want you to think about this. So not only do you know, like Buddy, you invest in a turnkey Airbnb, but to do the business and personal credit, especially the business, you pay a monthly fee to have a mailbox and a telephone number at her establishment. So that's a monthly revolving fee. Then they ask you to sign up for these other, you know, different little, I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but it's another credit thing, Credit Karma, set up for this, set up for that.
Experian, Credit Karma,
Right.
Experian. What else they had me download? Credit Karma,
so you're talking like a $100 to $150 revolving monthly fee as well.
Yes. In order to get, and you think is that you think that it's getting you in a better position, but it's not.
Right.
And the thing is that really,
our scores actually went down as well.
Yes, mine did as well. And the thing is that I literally followed the instructions of keep me from not saying this person's business name because I do not want to be sued. But I followed a friend's advice because she had a water bar and I thought that was it. I thought it was like alkaline water. I thought it was awesome and everything else. Oh no, I said too much.
Stop it.
HR is ruling me back in.
Yeah, excuse me, just a disclaimer. Shit Talk Podcast and Chucky and Double Dose have nothing to do with the lawsuit that is impending or anything. We are just giving a platform for conversation. That is it. So sorry.
I know who y'all are talking
put on
about.
my HR hat.
She's literally our HR.
I had to put on my HR.
But literally, like I was literally planning on investing $20,000 into this person's business, thinking it was going to get me somewhere. And the thing is that I didn't know until the shit hit the fan. Okay, you involved with this woman. Okay, I can't do nothing with you.
So
Like,
listen, I'm going to tell you, you know, it was a blessing in disguise between myself and my husband, we have 6 children.
Mhm.
And for Christmas, their gift was going to be each get them a turnkey Airbnb.
Mhm.
Oh wow,
That's all right.
that'd have been an amazing.
And because we, from some settlement money, just
Yeah.
same situation as Buddy. So we were each going to get each of our children turnkey Airbnbs to get them some revolving income.
But the thing is that that's the only thing when we decided to invest in her, that was our only thing, was literally we thought it was going to grow our families. We thought it was going
Right.
to make families.
Right.
We thought,
Absolutely.
like I said, I ain't gonna lie. I got 10 motherfucking kids. 10 of them. The thing, I love them all. If they listen to this, I try to tell them not to, but if they do, I got 10 kids. The thing is that with me building my credit so that I can purchase a home, it was a home for all of us. And that was really my main thought when I decided to, okay, I'm gonna give this right here, and I'm gonna pay this monthly fee, and I'm gonna do everything else like that you want me to do. I'm gonna get self credit repair and everything else. Anything else that you offer out there for me, that's what I'm going to do. And the thing is it was so that me and my family could have a home that we can call our own. All of my children are adopted. And the thing is that many of them have never ever had a home. Many of them, because I'm a foster parent as well. Many of them have been in foster care forever and everything else like that. And the thing is, they never had a home. And the thing is that I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna be able to buy y'all a home. This is what I'm going to be able to do. And the thing is that for my credit score to go down from a 550 to a 445, I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? I can't give my kids shit. I can't leave them dental floss at this point. And then at that point, I was just I didn't even tell her that I was no longer going to do her monthly credit repair. I changed my credit card. I changed my Bank of America information so far as account number and everything else like that. So they couldn't debit my account. And then the thing is that with me doing that, I realized my credit score went up from a 545 to a 744. I have a 744 today. Literally, without anybody's help.
Yeah.
And that was my biggest thing. And I was like, really? And everything else like that. And I thought about it for a long time, talked to my husband and everything else like that. And then Buddy made this group and everything else like that. And I got in the group and I'm just scrolling. I'm like, okay, so if this happened to so many people, why is it taking just now to realize? Why is it taking
I think sometimes some people just think, okay, am I, like, for myself, I'll speak for myself. Are we being unrealistic? We know with any type of investment, there's a gain and a loss at different times. But when you ask for receipts, like I want to see the receipt that you paid somebody $500 to clean this place. And I think we're entitled to that. I want to see the receipt that you paid. The rent on this place was $2,099. And we should be entitled to that. And no one was ever shown anything that they requested that I'm aware of. And we all did this in good faith. Initially, when this first came out, just 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, whatever it was, I thought the money came so fast for her that it snowballed so quickly and got out of control that she couldn't keep up. That was my initial thought. But after seeing her video, I truly believe she never cared about a single one of us.
I saw her video and I saw the TikTok and everything else.
Yes.
I saw the video and I saw the TikTok and everything that went around with that. And the thing is, you did that whole entire thing from your bathroom. You didn't care about anybody. You still don't care about anybody. You still don't care about anybody.
Right.
The thing is, you bring in your husband on this. I fucked your husband. Sorry, I probably shouldn't say this. But yes, I fucked your husband on Jacked. I know I fucked your husband. But the thing is, it's like literally, like you literally did all this shit. And you cussed everybody out and did everything else like that. you didn't give a damn about anybody else that you were taking money from. And that was my point. That was my thing when I was like, when I told Double Dose, I said, hey, we got to get Buddy on the show. I said the main reason is because he needs to tell his story and everything else like that. But the other thing is that she literally didn't care about anybody else that she was taking money from. Anybody else that she was taking money from at all. And granted, y'all did $10,000. I only did $500.
Excuse me. You frightened the horses when you said what you said because everybody's confused now. They're talking about you did what?
Yes, I fucked her husband. I fucked her husband on Jax. Yes, I met him on Jax, and I met him over there in what is that? Gate Parkway Holiday Inn. What you call that thing? Yes, I fucked her husband. But anywho, way beyond the point. That's way beyond the point.
That was before the Building of Shit Talk podcast.
That was before the Building of Shit Talk podcast and everything else like that. But yes, I was not her boyfriend. No, I was not his boyfriend. I see the comments and everything else like that. I was not his boyfriend or anything else like that. We met on Jax. We fucked. It was horrible, and that was it. But anywho, we can go on.
I did have a question. And I'm not going to entertain the comments right now. My question is, with this lawsuit, what are you all? I guess my question is, are you all hoping to, recoup some money or possibly?
We're getting it all back.
No, I want her to go to jail.
Let them answer.
We're getting it all back, and she's going to jail. You have to be patient. Everybody has to stay together. Everybody's got to file a police report. Once she goes to jail, they follow that money, guys. We're getting our money back in the bank. Everybody needs to try to request their funds back and dispute for it, individually, as fast as they can, and, provide legitimate information, So if you guys can do that, file that police report, dispute the charges, and make sure you have all the legitimate information you have a good chance of getting that money back. But after the federal government and, the state goes through all of her money and records, there's no other way for her to hide all of that stuff. She's definitely been involved with a lot of shady stuff. There's been a lot of hands and a lot of pots. I'm pretty sure we're going to all get our money back one way or another.
Okay, I do have a question.
That was my question.
Because honestly, y'all want to get y'all money back, and I get that because y'all spent a lot more than I do. $500, I just want her to go to federal prison.
Yeah.
I
don't blame you, bro.
Go to federal prison. Like
she took $56,000 from me. I want her to go to prison, and I better get my money back.
The crimes that she's being accused of and possibly convicted of, yeah, she definitely gonna see at least 5 years, possibly in federal prison.
I truly believe one of her little goats are gonna flip on her.
Of course.
They've already messaged me and asked if they could find a way out. And I told one of her friends about it, and I was asking her if she could guess which one. So we'll see.
Of course. Like somebody is always, listen, it's always that one person when you see the tears is running down their face, the snot bubbles is bubbling, and they come.
One of those for sure.
Yeah, they telling it all. They gonna tell it. As soon as you see that gigantic snot bubble coming down and them tears falling down, you already know. Everybody, that's the snitch. That's the snitch. She going down. Cause nobody's gonna do that jail, that kind of jail time. Even if it is just 5 years in prison, in federal prison, it's prison. Yeah. That means you can't get a job. It's gonna be hard as hell to get a job anywhere. You can't even get a job at the bank as a janitor because they don't want you to have nothing dealing with money. It's gonna be hard as hell to get a job as a cashier at Winn-Dixie.
And somebody
you
said
do nothing.
One of our commenters, actually numerous commenters, already said her husband's already in prison. So
yeah, he is. He gets out next year, which
he better not come out here
for her
7 inches apart.
It's gonna be trouble for her family.
Not in a at all. Now, with her husband doing time right now, he probably is not gonna be the snitch unless they're gonna add some more time to him to try to get him to entice him to turn it. But this is not a NCIS special, so
this is not First 48.
No. And I broke them down, guys, because, you know, I had to work on them through text and get them to start fighting each other, to get them to start fighting, making mistakes, while I focused on breaking down their business connections on the outside, constantly reaching out to them to find out what the deal was individually, so I could work it from the outside and then, you know, reach out, try to find other investors. When Jennifer found me, we realized we had the same unit, and that was the first time I realized that, you know, she was copying the Airbnbs and handing them out to different customers. She
What
thought we
can
would
we
never
do?
find out.
What can we do here at Shit Talk Podcast to help you all out?
We definitely need y'all to file police reports. That's the main thing.
Okay.
That's
I'm in
number one.
Jacksonville this week. I can do that.
Definitely, if you want to try to get your money back, I would try to dispute the charges. Most of
It's
the
only
banks,
$500. I want to go to jail.
you know, well, you get that police report in and as much evidence, and that's gonna happen probably by tomorrow.
My only thing is that with her entire life and everything that she did, she still believes she gonna get away scot-free. And that's my only thing. That's literally my only thing, is that you have the mindset you're gonna get away scot-free, even though you fucked over numerous people. You can't fuck over numerous people and think it's gonna be okay.
Gone through hell.
What'd you say, buddy?
I said all three of us right here have been through hell, especially Denise and her husband.
Yes.
Through hell, man. She deserves everything.
And then the thing is that bothered me is that she tried to put it off of her father having cancer and everything else like that. You took advantage of people when they were in need.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the thing is that literally, like, whatever you report after this and everything else like that, literally is only gonna bring you downhill. Because the thing is that you literally took advantage of Denise and her husband. You took advantage of me. You took advantage of me and my 10 children. I had to split my payments, and I literally told them on the phone. They said the call was recorded. I literally took down the phone. I told y'all I had 10 kids. I ain't denounced none of mine. I told y'all I had 10 kids. And then at the end of the day, like, you literally took advantage of everyone.
Absolutely. It's completely unfair how they handled the situation, as presenting themselves to be such professionals and be so knowledgeable and have great customer service. That was complete bullshit lie. You know, as soon as everybody gave them their money, man, they were gone like the wind. And the only time they gave you some money is because you wouldn't leave them alone. That's about it.
Yeah, the communication in the beginning is top notch. Like, very professional, very like on point. You ask for something, you get it right away. Initially,
money.
It's the best thing. But as soon as they get that money, they don't know who you are.
They don't know who you are at all. Nope. And that was my main thing with me and my $500. And granted, it was only $500, but still, $500 go a long way with 10 damn people.
And I think some people also, because a lot of people I know for a fact that have reached out to me, invested as well, but they don't want to be involved. They're just going to chalk it up as a loss. And I keep telling them, because they think it's going to tarnish their business or name. And I tell them, do it. You deserve every compensation that anyone else has. And if not, you know, you don't want to be, you know, you don't have to do videos. You don't have to do interviews. You don't have to do, but file your police report at least and get your name in there.
Only reason why I'm not is because I don't know too much about it, but I can give like general information.
In general.
So, like, what kind of general information you want me to give?
I want to know. Because she does anti-money laundering. Not even used to, still does anti-money laundering. And the thing is that I want her to give advice so that people know how to protect themselves in the future.
So from what I've seen from my years and experience of doing this, the best thing to do is, aside from questioning everything, make sure that whatever it is that they're offering, whatever service it is, you know, make sure it doesn't sound too good to be true, right? Like, and again, this is much larger. I'm not gonna say it's much larger, but from what I've seen is, when somebody's offering, anything more than 50% ROI in less than 6 months or less than a year or something like that, I would question that. I would ask them, hey, can you present some data? Can you present proven data that you've done this in the last 5 years? I would ask for you to prove that. I mean, and this is just advice to anybody that can use it. I would ask, show me your last 5 years. Show me, show me how much have you picked up from this. And understandably, this is probably falsified documents or what have you. But what you're going to do is that you can always check that information. If a person is operating a public business, 9 times out of 10, they're registered with the state. And if they're partnered or they have like a parent company or something like that, they're registered with the SEC. So these are things that you can always check to see how much they're actually bringing in. And again, one thing I can tell anybody, whatever it is you're investing in, whether you're spending your money, you're, pulling money in to create a partnership or what have you, no matter whatever it is, if you all don't understand it, don't invest it. Same thing with my rule of thumb is when it comes to eating out and stuff, if I can't pronounce it, I don't put it in my mouth. Same thing with if I don't understand it, I don't give my money to it. And that's only because from the time I've been in this field all the way up until now going into different fields, from what I've seen is that a lot of times people don't ask hard-hitting questions, or when they start asking hard-hitting questions, the person that they're questioning, they get defensive. They feel like, oh well, or they start bringing them around all these different people. These are the people that that I'm doing. I help this person, I help that person. When they start trying to layer people to you, that's when it's like, what, it's time for me to pull back, put my money in my pocket.
Right, and I think, and you're right. Now hindsight is 2020, but I think after the fact, all of the things we were asking. Receipts we were wanting to see, we probably should have asked for before we even invested our money.
Especially considering what you were going through with your husband, what I don't want you to feel like is that you didn't ask enough. They also got you at a time where you were most emotional.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, that's true.
Where you were open wound with salt and lemon getting ready to be poured right into you. So that's a hard component to overlook, especially when, okay, this is what I can do, this is how I can build for my family and do whatever. So, especially if you have something like, some serious health condition, like I've never had cancer. I'm on dialysis. I get it. I question any and everything that somebody tries to bring to me, because it's like, what are you trying to get out of me? Because whatever I have, you're not going to get it till I'm dead, and you surely not finna work me into a grave.
Right.
So, I don't want anybody to feel like, that because, I didn't ask enough questions. No, you were going through a very hard time.
Yes.
And you were trying to build something. You and your husband was trying to build something for you and your children.
Yes.
So that's understandable that there's certain things that you probably should have asked. You didn't ask because, rightfully so. It's an investment. It's for our future. It's to help us. And
right. It was really more so to ease my husband's mind so he can focus on fighting for his life through cancer.
Yes.
So my husband, who was a provider, who now had to be provided for, was very difficult for him.
Yeah.
And this is the reason why I said I understand, because I've been there. I've had I've had stage 3 cancer and everything else like that. And you're trying to figure out, okay, if anything happens to me, how is my family going to survive?
Yeah.
How's my family going to go on? I get that, and I do. Mm-hmm. And my thing is with her as a person, the thing that I don't understand is that, how to put it? I'm trying to put it in a very, very polite way.
It's so morally inconsiderate, honestly.
Like what he said.
Yep.
She really is not remorseful at all. As far
I don't
as
believe so
only
either.
thing she's remorseful about is that she lost and she's losing everything. I don't think that she's
But the
really
thing
sorry.
is that The thing is that I looked it up. The house that she sold over off of 45th Street, the house that she sold off of 45th Street, the house that she had a construction company build and everything else like that, and she sold off 45th Street. You literally are still you're being sued over that house as well.
I saw that.
You're being sued
Every
over that
house she's built has gone
because it was not
terrible.
developed correctly, because they use cheap materials, because they literally build
They're
a house. They build a house that literally Habitat could have did.
They're hiring unlicensed contractors to do
Yes.
work wrong, and then they start having issues. Also, they have Tory bidding properties. He's not a general contractor. He doesn't have real construction
Yes.
experience, and he's underbidding everything, and he's lying. They're, getting credit for people and not explaining.
He's underbidding. He's underbidding, and he's underbidding. And the thing is that he's also using cheap materials to build the houses as well. And that's the problem that somebody is having with the house off of 45th. So if you own the house over on 45th, please join this entire thing. File a police report and do all the things you need to do. Go over. I mean, if you want to go over to the FBI or whoever, or the federal government, they're right down the street as well in Jacksonville, Florida. You can go right over to them and file a report with them as well. And the thing is that
this is how that's going to end up in their hands. I have the state attorney working with us and stuff, and detectives. Everybody needs to file that report. They're going to take care of it. But
they are listening.
So many cases.
Yes, they are.
They're listening. Listen,
there has to be so many cases so that they can pick it up and they can do something with it.
This morning when I spoke to JSO, the officers are yelling at each other back and forth. This is another Jay White case. This is another Jay White case.
Yes.
And they know. And the guy told me, he said, man, there's a lot of y'all. I said, yes, sir. And they're going to keep calling you, and please keep taking the report.
Yes. And I will go down and make my report, my $500. Because yes, I'm going to keep saying my $500.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if it was $50.
I just want you to go to jail. If she goes to jail, my $500 are recuperated. I don't really care about that. But the thing is
getting the cuffs on her tomorrow, bro.
Huh?
He's probably getting cuffs on her tomorrow.
I hope she does. And she needs,
because we have over 30 cases already reported, and I don't think it's going to take much more, to be completely honest with you.
Yes, because I'm tired of her using our money. I'm tired of using our money for BBLs that go bad. I'm tired of her using our money for all the things that she keep on using our money for. And the thing is that literally everybody that you're dragging down with you are literally still struggling. You're not helping them at all. You haven't helped them at one point at all. And that was my problem when she went on Channel 4 a couple of months ago after I lost $500. Because after $500, and I put a comment on their page. I said she stole my $500.
Yeah.
And nobody will respond.
Buddy, how many victims do you think there really is? Like just in general from the Facebook group?
100 verified victims with proof of payment and services that were not rendered. Around 100. There may be 150. We haven't even finished the list. Today I got contacted by 7 new investors who got on auto sales, business and credit, and Airbnb. 7 of them today. Every day I'm getting more and more. And that's not just me. Kia, Jennifer, and Colette are helping me run the page. They're getting inbox,
Right.
Over.
I see a lot of people from Texas, a lot of people from Virginia, a lot of people out of state that have invested their money from their own state, from across state.
That is insane. That is absolutely insane. That it took us this.
It really is, man.
It took us this long. It took us this long, and the thing is that it took us Buddy making a group, literally grab everybody together to literally.
That was genius.
It
was such a simple, genius thing to do.
Yes, it was. I never thought about it, and I literally do social media marketing and everything else like that. I really never thought about it.
It just goes to show you like how powerful social media really is.
And let me just tell you something. In this most devastating time, and you know, you are trying to figure out how you're going to recoup from this. I've met some really good people.
Yes.
Really,
Some
really,
really good people.
really.
Yes. Yes.
It has been amazing networking with these people. Really hardworking, striving, very
How are
nice,
y'all getting?
but humble. But you know, they take care of business when it's time to take care of business.
How are y'all building from this? How are you building from this? Because I don't want this to bring you down. Even I don't want this.
You coming to the cookout?
To bring you down. Like, how are you building from this?
We're gonna have a cookout and we're gonna network after she goes to jail, and we're all gonna try to teamwork, you know, and you know, maybe
And use each other's services.
Or what's
Use
the-
each other's services to
Let me
support
know.
each other.
Let me know when the cookout is, because I'm letting you know. I'll like as you see, it's today. I drove all the way down here from Nashville, Tennessee. I will drive down here again. I will fly down here. I will do whatever I need to do. I will be at that cookout. Let me know when the cookout is. Let me know where it is, and I'm there.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely
All right.
show up.
We'll be happy to show up, because the thing is that for somebody, I'm just saying from Denise's case, because I've had cancer. I've had cancer 5 times. And the thing is that when you're going through that entire process and you're the person that's going through it, granted Denise is the spouse, but when you're the person that's going through it, when I was going through the entire time, I didn't, granted, I'm just saying, Grey's Anatomy, Chicago MD or whatever it's called, the Chicago Med or whatever it's called. I say MD. Chicago Med and everything else like that. I followed all those shows and I thought I was dying. That's the literally truth. I got to Mayo Clinic and everything else like. When I went to Mayo Clinic, I thought I was dying. I'm just only speaking as your spouse, Denise.
Mm-hmm.
When you invest something into something, could you think it's going to help your family grow?
Right.
The thing is that when you do that, you're literally planning for you to go on.
Right.
That was my mindset. That was my mindset of buying a house. And I'm just saying that was my
Something
mindset
to leave for your children.
Yes, it was literally for my kids and everything else like
Right.
that. They'll always have some place to come back to. And I literally put on my life insurance that the house will be paid off after I purchase it and everything else like that. But the thing
Right.
is,
And it wasn't that they didn't know, because I literally had, at this point in his cancer diagnosis, he didn't even have an automatic wheelchair.
yes.
So I literally had to wheel him in the office in the wheelchair. We laid out our story to Alex, straight up say, you know, if this is not what it appears to be, let me know and we'll go about our business.
And that's the reason why I want her in jail, because I feel as though you literally fed on the people that literally were struggling. You fed on the people that was literally like you was literally like looking for these sob stories.
Right. A lot of single parent
Yes.
homes that, you know, were just trying to do better in their life, or maybe
Yes.
convicted felons that were trying to, you know,
And
get
that's
out the hole and do something for themselves. I mean,
that was the thing for me. You brought up convicted felons. I'm a convicted felon, and I had cancer, and I thought at that point in my mind, I was prepared to die. When I started chemo, I was prepared. Okay, it's just going to keep me on so that all my kids know me. Literally, in my mind.
Right.
So all my kids know me and everything else like that. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and fix my credit and everything else like that. And I'm going to buy a house before I die. And that's literally was my mindset. Yep. In 2021, that was my mindset. When I had my surgery at Mayo Clinic, when I had my surgery at Mayo Clinic, they took 20 centimeters of my intestine. I literally was like, in my mind, I was like, okay, I am preparing for everything else. I literally did my life insurance.
You know, the way it is you prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Yes.
Yeah,
but the thing is that I was hoping for the best. I was hoping for the best, and I was doing everything that Mayo Clinic said. And the thing is that for me, when I talked to them on the phone, and I talked to Alex on the phone, and I talked to what was the other nigga name? Sorry, language. When I talk to the, you just look at HR, just looked at me like HR looked at me crazy. But when I talked to the other man, when I talked to the other black man as well, and I talked to him on FaceTime, and I was telling him everything that I was going through and everything else like that, and he was like, "Yeah, we can help your credit. Yeah, we can do all these things and everything else like that." And you telling me, "Oh, apply for self credit card, apply for all these other things and everything else like that."
Finger Hut, get Finger Hut, get this, get
yes,
that.
Finger Hut.
I
Yes,
literally had a checklist.
I got a whole dish. Dude, I got a whole dish set through Finger Hut, literally. And the pots don't stick. The pot, everything stick to the damn pot. You can cook eggs in the pot and they could stick to the pot. But anyway,
them once a month from Finger Hut.
Yes,
It'll boost your score 50 points. Yep,
Yes.
I heard it too.
Oh my
yes.
No
And
joke,
you know
buddy.
exactly what I'm talking about. I did the entire checklist. Because at that time, which Double Dose is going to find out today, and my husband's going to find out today if he's watching this, whatever.
Hey, husband.
At that time, I only had 9 months. At that time, I only had 9 months. So I was like, okay, in these 9 months, I'm gonna do everything I need to do in these 9 months. And at that time, I was only 32 years old. I'm 34 now. I was only 32. I was on 32 years old at that time, and I was fully prepared to die. Like when literally with the cancer and everything else like that. And then I switched from Baptist to Mayo Clinic, and I literally told all of this on the phone to them. I told all of this on the phone to them. I was like, well, this is what I'm dealing with. Gastrointestinal tumors. It's hereditary. It runs through my family. I didn't know because I was adopted and everything else like that. I literally poured everything out to them. And I feel bad now because I cried with this motherfucker on the phone. And the thing is that you just took my $500 and ain't give a goddamn better shit about it. It was, and for me, it was only $500. Yes, I paid a monthly fee.
You know, I'm at the point now, like, buddy, you know, I'm angry for everyone else that was taken advantage of. Because if you listen to some of their stories, there's someone always doing worse than you.
Yes.
And that's the sad part, is that these are normal, working, hardworking, everyday people.
Yep.
At that time, I had 3 kids, and I was trying to keep my job, and I was trying my best not to get fired. Literally, I thought I was gonna get fired because I got completely butt naked in my job's bathroom because the chemo was so fucking bad. I got completely butt ass naked in the bathroom. I just stood there like this, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is hot!" Like literally in the bathroom, and I was taking the chemo and everything else like that. And the thing is that bothered me was I kept them informed. Hey, how's my credit doing? Hey, what do I need to do? Hey, I got a credit. I looked at my credit today and it went down. Like, why is it going down? And everything else like that. And it got to the point where after I had my surgery, I had 20 centimeters of my intestine removed, and I had gastric bypass and everything else like that. I had to do all of that literally so that I could live. And the thing is that literally after I had that conversation with like, hey, I'm literally in a hospital bed. Hey, I just had surgery and everything else like that. How's my credit doing? I'm looking at it. Credit Karma is going down. They're like, oh, it's going to go up. 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 The motherfucker went down more. How the fuck does my credit score go down more? I don't understand that. I wasn't applying for nothing. I didn't buy a car. I didn't buy shit. I didn't buy shit. And then the thing is that only reason why I got my credit fixed. Only reason why I got my credit fixed is because I went and filed a police report saying that somebody would use my social security number. Because after I gave them my social security number, because I gave them my social security number so they could fix my credit. After I gave them my social security number, I found out that other things were being applied for in my name.
Right. Listen, I gotta go. I love you guys, buddy. I'm gonna be there to support you on every platform. Right. Just let me know.
Night, Denise.
Okay.
We got you, Denise.
Love you guys.
We got you, Denise. Shit Talk Podcast is on your side, Denise. But yeah, buddy, like literally, my credit score went down more. I didn't understand that. How the fuck is my credit score going down more? and I'm sitting here calling you and doing everything else I'm supposed to do. I'm doing all the steps you said I should be doing.
Excuse me. We just got this from the message from the group, actually from one of the Facebook groups about the whole Ponzi situation. It says, and I'm gonna try to blur out names if I possibly can. It says, "Good evening. We are accepting silent investors into our real estate and new construction homes. The minimum investment is $10,000. $10,000 to $39,000 gets 4% monthly return. For example, $10,000 at 4% return gets you $400 a month until the house is built and sold, at which point you get your original investment of $10,000 back. $40,000 to $99,000 gets 5% monthly return. For example, $40,000 at 5% gets you $2,000 a month until.
Hold on, this is from Janet White Construction.
Let me finish it. It's built and sold, at which point you get your original investment of $40,000 back.
We get this while we're on the podcast.
Hold on, wait a minute. Just wait. $100,000 plus gets $10,000 monthly return. For example, $100,000 at 10% gets you $10,000 a month until the house is built and sold, at which point you get your original investment of $10,000 back. Here's our website for more information on our company, jwhiteconstructioninc.com. This, hold on, before you say a word. This was a screenshot that was sent to me by somebody that I believe is a listener.
Somebody named Alex
Don't say.
No, I'm saying somebody named Alex sent that to them from.
No,
it literally just says sent from Alex. That's literally what it says. Alex sent me this. Alex sent me this from the Ponzi scheme, and the reason why I'm saying Alex is because he said Alex, I said Alex, and the thing is, Alex is the same as that person that all of us are talking to. Okay. That's the reason why I said Alex.
Okay, all right, cool beans.
But yes, you weren't the only person.
All right, go for the night, guys. It was good being on the podcast.
All right, Brody. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no problem, guys. I appreciate having me and helping me spread the word.
I will do. No problem.
Thank you.
All right. Thank y'all for joining in the Shoot Talk podcast. But yes, as you see, this Janice wife.
Janae
White
saying Janice.
This Janae White shit go deep.
Yeah, it go deep.
Go deep as fuck. But apparently she been stealing from everybody. So she sent somebody to something that she just read. And the thing is that is the sad thing is that that's not the only person. You literally sending this thing out to literally everybody. So us here at Shit Talk Podcast want to let y'all know. If you're going to invest in anything, do your research. When I say do your research, don't just go by your friends. Please don't go by your friends. Your friends be wrong. My friends was wrong. She ain't even my friend no more. Bitch, block me. Do your research. Look into the people that you're investing into. Look into the people that you're going to do all these things with or whatever. Whether it is financial endeavors or anything like that. Because the thing is that if you have second thoughts, if you go to bed and you're thinking about it, like maybe I shouldn't do this, you don't do it. Don't do it at all.
Or if it just sounds too good to be true, if it just sounds like, I don't know, this don't sound right. And again, if you're getting an offer of a return on investment within 6 months, most investments, I saw somebody posted earlier, which they are correct. It's like 24 to 36 months before you actually start really seeing some money pull through. If they're promising, you're going to start seeing a good ROI or 5-10% in like less than 6 months, question that. And again, I know numbers can be doctored, numbers can be finagled and all this other stuff, but if they can't produce documentation, like reasonable documentation showing, hey, this is our numbers, this is how we do for the year or whatnot. If they can't produce that, don't give them your money. Just don't. And again, if you still uncomfortable, if it's like, the moment you do, and you unsure, don't give your money. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
So,
And the thing is that we're literally getting messages after messages. We literally have 18 messages in our Shit Talk podcast since this episode aired of other people that literally have been through the same exact Ponzi motherfucking scheme that she has been selling. I'm just letting y'all
this
know.
is crazy. Like, I
Credit
didn't
repair-
even know this whole
Before
thing
you
existed.
before you give your social to anybody, I'm just letting you know my own personal. Before you give your social to anybody, literally, don't go by your friends, don't go by any of those things. Literally, you gotta look them people up by the Better Business Bureau and everything else. Like that business just started, bitch. That can't help you with your credit. Your credit finna suck ass like a motherfucker. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe to Shit Talk Podcast. Shit, I've been drinking. I done had a whole fucking bottle on y'all ass.
I had grape juice. I just had.
But for real, subscribe to Shit Talk Podcast on Apple Music, what is
Apple
it?
Music, Google Podcasts.
iHeartRadio,
Yep,
all those
iHeartRadio.
things, or whatever. So
We're on TikTok too, y'all. Shit Talk
we're gonna
Podcast.
keep y'all updated on this as well. All right.
Yeah, this is gonna be an ongoing conversation until we see some
Until
justice.
I see some fucking handcuffs. I want my
Clank,
fucking $500 back,
clank,
bitch.
Clank,
I want my
motherfucking
$500 back, bitch. And y'all can tag ass if you want to. You can screen record it and send this shit to her if you want to. I
Oh,
don't care.
it'll be posted by tomorrow, so it's all good.
Tell her to go ahead and send her lawsuit this way. Because
No,
at the end of the day,
don't send that
I'm gonna
shit this
send
way.
one back.
Don't
I'm gonna
that
send
shit
one
this
back.
way.
No,
Don't send that shit.
they
this
don't
way.
know my real name on here. I'll send that shit back.
Don't send that shit.
Yeah. Let me talk my shit. Things like this, it don't happen often. I get around my partner with shit talking. Spitting and cussing, it happen often. Having deep conversations about what we lost in. Shot after shot, this conversation getting hot. That double dose showed me a lot. Then check it, told me not to move around. It's the law of the land, and you know, got